We are back, everyone. Welcome back to East Providence Lanes, East Providence, Rhode Island, for the Better Bowling Concepts Senior Open. This tournament was originally supposed to be in Norwich. We had a cancellation about 2 weeks ago, and the tournament was moved to East Providence. Again, thanks to Mike Sodoma and his staff for taking us in, taking care of us for today and tomorrow's events. This is a senior-only event. The full field NEBA is also this weekend. There will be a squad tonight at 6, and tomorrow morning at 9 and 12:30. Also, we'll be hosting our annual meeting today at 3:30. You can, if you're a current NEBA member, you can log in on the Zoom meeting and vote remotely, or you can come, if you're in the area, you want to come to East Providence at 3:30. They're going to have the meeting right here. All current members are allowed to vote. So let's go over the matches quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about the pattern. This is, by the way, Brian Gaskell here with you. Bruce is off today, and my partner today is my good friend Stephen Dale Jr. Say hi, Steve.
Hey, everyone.
So we're going to be bringing you the last 3 more rounds of match play. We're in the round of 8 now. The 4 of the people bowling now had buys. And again, let's go over the scores quick. So Chris Monroy was your tournament leader at plus 198, which is a phenomenal score on what we bowled on, because we bowled on the 2021 Junior Gold. Let me find it again. Sorry. Junior Gold qualifying under 18. It was 45 feet in length, but it was, light volume, because there was definitely friction once you got, in the track or left of the track. The outside was pretty much out of. I don't want to say out of bounds, because it looked like if you wanted to play up it, you could play up it, but if it would either hook early or never.
Right.
So basically, nobody played outside at 8, 9, I would say. Everybody got into the track, and now everyone's chasing left. So the scores did get a little higher as the day went on. The cut was, like we said, last round it was in the teens through 3, and then it jumped to 50 in one game.
Right. And
then held on for 46 the last game. It tailed off again. But again, you're dealing with a small field. I think it only took one guy. One guy bowled 160 and dropped out of the cut, and that's probably why the cut didn't go up again. Game 5, right? Just took one person to bowl a bad game.
Right.
So the matches in front of you, we have Bill Webb against Glenn Smith on 31-32, and on 33 and 34, you have Tim Martin against Don Harrington. Off camera to the Webb just missed the 9 pin. Looked like he stuck or slipped or something. Definitely something with his footing. Off to the right, off camera, 37-38. Mike Reale against Darrell Washington, and Ray Edwards against Chris Monroy.
Down the end pair, Chris Monroy left a washout in the first frame and made it, and then struck. And then Ray Edwards has strike spare. So Chris is up 1 with the strike. If he strikes in the, no, actually he's on a strike. So yeah, he's up 1.
So let me, while we're early on in the matches, so we can talk about the scoring as it gets later towards the end of the matches. Let me go over the sponsor list for 2022, which without these folks, none of us would be here. thanks to Storm Bowling Products, Roto-Grip 900 Global. They give away 2 balls per event. We were trying to find out if the first guy out of the cut today got a ball, but we haven't got that word yet. I'm assuming they got one for today and one for tomorrow, but I have not sold 100% on that yet. We're going to wait and find out from Dan when we get a shot. BowlingSeriously.com, sponsoring the Female Bowl of the Year and the Women's Cup. Strike FX Pro Shops, John and Alex, Turbo Grips, Bullwinkle Pro Shop. There's Webb, Trips of 4. He is
Down a bit.
down a bit. One open against a 4-bagger, so that's about 42 pins, I would say.
Chris Monroy threw a double down on the end pair to go up 20 in that match.
Back to the sponsors. Thanks to Savage Arms, Chaos Strike Force, Grog Monster Sports, Cambridge Credit Counseling. They had 3,500 to our Cambridge Credit Invitational, which this year is not going to be in January. It's going to be in April. I guess they wanted to take bad weather out of any chance of bad weather out of play, and so that tournament will have between the 3,500 that Cambridge adds and then $1 per entry for the whole year. There'll be a good $8,000 to $9,000 added money in that tournament when it's all said and done. Bloomfield Electric, Tony Renaud and his wife Sue, Callahan's Bowl-O-Rama, TechVision Livestreaming, that's us. Thank you, Bruce. Yankee Lanes, Jeff Barden, DJ's Pro Shop, my good friend from East Coast Sports Investors, Jeff Dawson, Ideal Bowling Concepts, Keith Lang, BuddiesProShop.com, Chris Forey, thank you for giving $10,000 to the Paul Forey Cup, which will be decided tomorrow. The final 32 people that have survived the FedEx Cup style playoffs will be bowling today or tomorrow. It's been based on the 9 o'clock squad for the last couple of rounds, but now this final round is based on your final, where you finish in the actual tournament. So I'm sure guys are going to be trying to make that cut, whether you got to bowl 2-3 times, get yourself in the cut, and then make a run at that money. I believe it's $2,200 for first for that.
Yep.
And then it pays down to 20th place. So there are 32 people alive to play for that prize fund tomorrow. I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, Ace Mitchell, Better Bowling Concepts. This is their sponsor event right now. Many Styles of Bowling, LaRue, Dexter Bowling, Chicago Sam's, and GMS Decorative Concrete. That's Clay Schwartz. They sponsored the doubles event and partial sponsor for the Masters event. So thank you to all. Again, this broadcast would not be possible without all of our sponsors.
One thing I'll add, in the Cambridge Credit Counseling event, you have to bowl 5 events to qualify for that.
Yep. Anybody that's bowled 5 events in this calendar year is eligible for that tournament.
So if you have 4 events in, you might want to get here tomorrow.
True.
Or tonight.
True.
So.
All right, back to these matches quickly.
Monroy has a 30-pin lead down on the end. He has a 4-bagger. Now he has a 5-bagger. Got a big lead on Ray
Glenn
Edwards.
Smith had the front 5 and just left a 10-pin. And Webb is open with no double. So Webb is down 50 early.
Tim Martin's up 8. Got a tight match on 37-8. Both bowlers struggling a little on that pair. Looks like Darrell Washington is going to probably be up 3 since Michael Reale just left a 4-6-7.
Tim Martin just
I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
that one. Well, it's a good thing you were looking because you wouldn't have heard it because it didn't make a sound. He got so little of the pin it didn't make a noise. But he converted the spare. He stays up by 8.
Darrell Washington has a 3-pin lead in that match.
Again, to go back to the pattern real quick, it was, you always have some type of preconceived notion in your brain when you look at the pattern, in fact, I talked to Bruce, yesterday when he told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and we were talking about it really quickly, and he said, make sure you got plenty of surface. And as it turned out, that couldn't have been further from the truth because I don't think I saw anybody throwing a ball with surface on it today. Like, everybody was throwing shiny stuff because the ball definitely wanted to read the mids. It was very, very weird for a long pattern to get that type of. It just was a lighter volume pattern. When you take a certain amount of oil and you spread it out over 45 feet instead of 40 feet, makes there be less oil in the front and the mids. But this was very exceptional friction amount for a longer pattern today. I mean, you really had to be. But the thing is, you couldn't just go left and throw it right. If you threw it right, there was a part of the lane that was out of bounds that nobody could get it back from, especially us older guys. I'm sure some of the kids might have been able to get it back from there, but none of us were. So Webb did double, and then Glenn Smith did not. So
still alive.
He's still alive. Anything less than all of them for Webb is probably going to be not enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Ray Edwards can go out for 213, and Monroy's on a 230 pace down on the end. Pretty big lead there. Chris just left week 10. Darrell Washington for a triple. He's up 23 now in his match. Closest match is probably right here in front of us, Brian, here with Tim Martin and Don Harrington.
Yeah, that's a six-pin match still. So let's see if Webb can stay alive here.
Looks pretty good.
Got a chance. And the leaner 10 doesn't go. So that's going to max him out
217.
at 210. That match is 98. One mark for Smith would be enough at this point.
Oh, good shot by Harrington there.
That was to take the lead. He ranked 10, so he's going to stay behind. That was a good shot.
Down 6 if he makes it.
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on a Saturday afternoon. I know this is a little bit of an odd time for us, but there are 2 tournaments this weekend, so this senior event was a Saturday-only event, and then the regular NEBA will be again tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon at 12:30.
On the end pair, Chris just has to fill in count on frames 9 and 10. The match is pretty much over. Good shot by Tim Martin there.
Tim Martin's rocking his Dolphins colors. You can actually walk around in public with those this year. You don't have to hide. Jason Ray says, great broadcasting, boys. Thanks, Jason. Good, haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is good. Tim Martin just crossed over for a 9. So assuming spare, he is gonna stay 6 in front.
And that closes out the Webb match right there with that spare.
Yeah, anything on the lane will close that match out.
Darrell Washington just went high. Still got looks like a 20-pin lead over there. But if he makes the spare. Chris Monroy with a good shot on lane 40 closes out that match. So we got Monroy advancing to the final 4 and Smith. 2 guys with buys so far. I guess that's why they have the buys.
That's how that works sometimes.
All right, big shot here for Harrington.
I mean, Monroy led by 60, so when you got it, you got it, right?
He's had it a lot this year. Won a couple times anyway. Ooh.
Flat 10 for Harrington, so he is going to be down by 7 heading to the 10th, assuming spare.
Chris is going to be he's in the 250s right now, Chris Monroy, continuing his onslaught of his 200 over qualifying. Michael needs a hit here in his match. He's down 20 up on a strike in the 8th, and Daryl has a strike in the 9th. Good shot by Harrington.
Strikes. He will need this one to take the lead.
Michael Reale just left a washout. Looks like the 110. Chris Monroy shot 269.
Shocker. Not
Say
really.
he's got a good look. Got a good look today. He's throwing it good.
Oh, he made the baby split on the outside.
That was the 110.
Oh, that was okay. See, a bad angle. That was the 110. Okay. Harrington for the lead.
Oh, great shot. So Michael Reale needs to throw a double to force Darrell Washington.
I don't know why my feed is breaking
Mark.
up here. I don't know what. It's getting kind of wonky, but we're hardwired. I don't know why that happens, but bear with us, folks. We're gonna try and.
Looks like it's moving now.
Yeah, it keeps freezing up though. I'm watching it on my phone.
Good shot by Michael.
I don't know why that's happening because we're not even on Wi-Fi. We're hardwired into their router, so we'll do the best we can to get through this.
Harrington needs 8 to force Martin to throw a double here. Looks like a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
All right.
So Tim Martin's going to need a double to win. Webb's just finishing up here, trying to get out of the way. Another top 8 for him, not surprising.
Reale with another hit. So if he throws a strike here, he'll be at 181, and Darrow will need a mark to win his match because he's 152 in the 8th with a strike in the 9th. Good shot by Tim.
Wow.
Excellent. Good ball. This is the big shot. This is the money shot, though, right here. Big finish by Michael Reale there. He's at 181. So Darrell Washington needs a mark. If he goes 9 out, he'll shoot 180.
Okay, yeah,
Reale
it's
has 181
in the 8th. Okay.
Yep.
All right, here's Tim Martin for the win.
Oh, he still needs 7.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, no, he doesn't. You're right. You're right.
It was the other way around.
It was the other way around.
Yeah.
Big shot by Tim. That was a really nice shot. Now he's just got to keep it on the lane. Good shot by Darrell Washington, I'm sorry. Darrell Washington with the win over there. So we have our final 4.
Okay, Tim's stayed behind the line and kept it
All
on
right.
the lane, and we are good to go. So
Final 4.
we will be back. You'll be able to see all both matches right in front of you next round. We will be back in 5 or 10 minutes with the next round. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you soon.